Hello and welcome to Global Education's mini expo series in partnership with INTO. I'm so excited to have you all here today, joining me with my colleague Joshua, who will be speaking to us a little bit more about INTO Exeter. Global Education is an education agency. We're based in Southern Africa, and we assist students with start to enrollment when it comes to their application. So we'll assist you with all of your applications, help you and guide you, make sure that you have all the documents ready so that your application is top notch. We'll also assist you with your accommodation and your visa and your health cover. So after Joshua's presentation today, if you decide that INTO is the perfect pathway provider for you to get into the University of Exeter, we would love to help you with applications. Joshua, thank you so much for joining us today. Just based off of your virtual background, I'm so excited to hear a little bit more about what INTO Exeter has to offer for all of our students.
Thank you very much. So let's begin the presentation. Okay, so thank you all for joining today and taking the time to listen to me speak. We'll know a little bit more about Exeter University itself by the end of the presentation. I'd like to thank Global Education for inviting me here to speak today. They always send us very well prepared and very strong students that do very well when they move into Exeter itself. So without further ado, let's get started. If you do have any questions, please do type them in the chat box and I'll be more than happy to answer them at the end of the presentation. Okay, so starting a little bit about the university itself. The university is a member of the prestigious Russell Group, and this is the top 24 leading UK universities. Many people compare it to the Ivy League in America, so you're really talking about the top UK universities here. The history of Exeter dates back to early 1800s, and since then, or for a very long time, it has maintained the very best standards in research, teaching and learning. It is a top 150 university in the world, and this is both in the QS and Times Higher Education university rankings. So if you think of all the universities, all those tens of thousands of universities in the world, to be top 150 is quite impressive. Okay, it's ranked third for student satisfaction in the UK. Again, very, very highly ranked. The students that do come to Exeter really enjoy their time here, as well as their teaching. It's ranked top 10 for overall student experience, and it's also a top 10 safest city in England. Excuse me. So if you're coming from abroad, perhaps for the first time, very likely the first time to study abroad, you'll feel safe and secure here, as well as that's reassuring for your parents as well. It's also based in a very beautiful part of the country. It's based in the southwest of the UK. Here you can see Dartmoor, where people go pony and horse riding. It's very close to the sea, so about 20 minutes away from the nearest beach. And it's about 2 hours and 10 minutes by train from London. So it's in a beautiful, scenic, and also a very safe location in the UK. So here is the first of our testimonials today. This is Kaylee from South Africa. And she says something very nice about Exeter. She says Exeter's a good size, it isn't too large, it isn't overwhelming, and you quickly learn your way around the city. It's about 20 minutes away from the beach. She's always wanted to live near the sea. And it's a great city, and there's lots of things to do here and to meet new people. And again, I think that's an important thing to mention. Exeter has about 30,000 students, and the city itself is just over 200,000. So it has that real university feel to it. And about 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 4 people you see down the street is either going to be a student or someone that works at the university. And so you can see that she embarked upon an international year 1 in mathematics with business at INTO, and then successfully progressed to the BSc at Math at University of Exeter. And many, many of our students do this and will go on to very successful careers in some of the most famous companies in the world as well. Okay, so of course, coming to study abroad is not all about working hard and studying. It's also very important that you make friends, you enjoy your time here, and you make the most out of living in another country. There are over 280 clubs in society. Exeter is quite famous for its clubs and society, as well as its sports. There's all types of sports you can imagine, all levels of sports teams you can imagine, often up to semi-professional, professional level as well. Some fantastic sports facilities here as well, particularly as you're talking about one of the largest campuses in the UK. I think Exeter is the second largest campus in the UK. So we have the room for fantastic sports facilities here as well. But if you aren't into sports, there's plenty of other things. There's drama, there are all different nationality clubs as well. And obviously we're close to the sea as well. You see students enjoying their time surfing. Okay, so talking a little bit more about the sports facilities, we have a 6.5 million Russell Seal fitness centre, lots and lots of fitness stations, 2 swimming pools, premier outdoor grounds, performance analysis suite, golf centre, cricket centre, and also a very generous sports scholarship scheme as well. So if you are into sports, whether it's rugby or golf or tennis, we do have a team, and we do also have fantastic facilities. And we are ranked one of the highest for sports management and sports science in the UK as well. Okay, so let's go on to talk about studying at the University of Exeter. This is the main campus. It's called the Streatham campus. You can see the Great Hall here in the library. So this is the very, very heart of the campus, and the INTO Centre is right opposite this, the Great Hall. So if you do come as an INTO student, you'll be studying right in the heart of the campus and feel exactly as you would as a university student. Okay. We have one of the best business schools in the UK. It's triple accredited, so AMBA, AA, CSB, and EQUIS as well. And I believe only 1% of all business schools in the world have this triple accreditation. So it's a very, very strong business school. Ranked number 1 for accounting and finance graduate prospects. And some of the top degrees include business management, accounting and finance, business economics, marketing management. And we also attract some of the best graduate recruiters to actually meet our students when it comes to employment after the degree. And companies come such as Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, EY, and Goldman Sachs. And these are people that attend our recruitment fairs to obviously recruit strong staff and really high performance for the future. It's ranked top 10 for business management in the UK as well as many, many other programs as well. It's ranked top 10. So a very, very strong business school, and something to consider if you're interested in business or finance. Okay. If you're more of an engineer, we also have a very strong engineering school. It's ranked 8th in the UK for general engineering, 8th for electrical and electronic engineering, and some top degrees include mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical and electronic engineering, and computer science. And again, we recruit we have the best graduate recruiters come to our campus from the engineering field, including PwC, Jaguar, Shell, Dyson, and Land Rover. So 96% of engineering students are in employment within 15 months of graduation. So again, it's a very good bet for future employment. Top 15 for sports-related subjects. As we already mentioned, Exeter is quite a sporty university, not just sporty, but it does attract quite a lot of sporty students. Top 15 for ecology, top 150 for psychology. Very, very good psychology department here, very world-renowned for its research. And also, we attract a lot of students who want to apply for the psychology program because it is very, very strong here. Okay. Top degrees in the humanities and social science include the psychology degree, biological science degree, medical science degree, and sports and exercise science. And we attract recruiters from AstraZeneca, the NHS, Johnson & Johnson, KPMG, and Shell from these areas. Okay, so moving on to the humanities and social science, we have a top 100 ranked politics program. we ranked top 100 in the world for English, top 150 for law, and top degrees include the LLB in law, politics, philosophy, economics, international relations, sociology, and criminology. And again, we attract some very, very strong graduate recruiters: Google, Microsoft, Deloitte, UNICEF, and the NHS. Okay, so here is one of our students from Angola. And again, really nice things to say about Exeter. He said that Exeter gave him time management skills, confidence to speak in public and giving presentations. He would definitely recommend it to a friend because the education system is very strong and the content is very good. How the teachers are very patient, and they would always try and help students understand what's being taught. And again, his pathway is very typical for an INTO student. He attended the International Foundation in Engineering, Mathematics, and Computer Science. He also completed a pre-session English program, and then he successfully progressed to a BSc Minor Engineering, which he graduated from. Okay. Of course, coming to Exeter is more than a degree. We have some real world-class facilities here, including a custom design LSI building, home to 28 research teams comprising of biologists, engineers, physicists, and mathematicians, medical imaging state-of-the-art, which is worth £10.5 million of investment, with purpose X-ray room, laboratory space, and demonstration room, renewable energy specialist resources and equipment, and 29% of Exeter's research was rated world leading, with a further 53% rated with international excellence. So very, very strong academically, and you can expect to be taught by some of the world's top researchers within their fields if you come to Exeter, because it is extremely strong academically. Okay, so an important point is industrial experience is available to the majority of undergraduate degrees here, and they are paid, which is of course nice. Exeter has collaborations with local and international organizations, which we can help place you in. You can see a picture to the right, a student was placed in KPMG there. A really nice stat is 62% of placement students were offered a job by their placement employer, which is amazing. So over half of placement students actually find employment within their placement year company. Absolutely amazing. 99% of industrial placement students and 82% of non-industrial placement students graduated with a first or upper second class honours degree. So again, really fantastic degrees scores from students as well. Top grades. Okay. So as you can expect, if you go to a top university, there's a very good chance that you'll go to a top international company as well. And here are some of the companies which students have had industrial experience in. I don't think any of them need to be introduced, but of course, for things like business and finance, Goldman Sachs, engineering, Land Rover, Dyson, and many other companies from all different fields. Okay, so that's towards the end of the presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, my email address is here, and you're more than welcome to contact Global Education, which will help you with any questions and inquiries as well.
Great, thank you so much, Joshua. I'm also just going to share my screen quickly. There we go. Okay, I actually have a couple of questions. I note that obviously Exeter's got some really great connections, industry connections for students to go into after their studies. Once a student has applied for their foundation year, progressing into the degree, is it packaged with internship or work placement opportunities in their third year? How does it work?
Yes, so you can say what degree you would like to progress into from the very beginning into. And you will have an offer letter stating that you have an intention to study that degree. And if you choose to have an industrial placement year, that will also be stated on the offer letter. The industrial placement year is often a sandwich year, so it's between your first and second year, and then you'll go back to university and study the rest of your degree. It's something very worthwhile doing if you have the opportunity.
Definitely, and it's also really reassuring for students to know how their progression is going to take place throughout their study career. Okay, nice to that we can combine that sandwich year. Is the INTO Centre based on Exeter's campus?
Yes, it's right in the centre of Exeter University. So it's right opposite the library in the Great Hall. So essentially at the very heart of the campus. So if you do come to Exeter as an INTO student, you're essentially a university student already. You're studying either a foundation year, which will lead you into a degree, or you're studying an international year one program, which is the first year of a 3-year degree. So you're already a university student. So INTO students are university students from the get-go.
Okay, I think that's also reassuring because sometimes there can be a misconception about, the pathway versus direct entry. On that note, I could see that there's so many different clubs and cultural experiences available for students at Exeter. How does the student life differ for INTO pathway students versus students who go in directly?
I think INTO students get the help that they need and will really help them. Of course, INTO is really specialized and has experience in teaching international students and preparing international students to successfully progress to that university. And once they progress, do very well. So it's the support they're provided is really focused towards international students. So this is things like preparing them with English, whether it's essay structure or how to structure an argument or how to reference things, which is all very important, how to give presentations. All these things are taught on top of the academic syllabus as well, which is very important. And also you'll find that students come from all around the world and their education system is often quite different. It does vary in difference, but they might have studied a fantastic program in their country, but it will not be the same as someone who studied, say, A-levels in England. So when they come and progress to a UK degree, they might have a lot of knowledge about that subject area, but they might not have the same knowledge or been taught the same syllabus as an English student. So by going to an INTO program, it fills in the gap in your knowledge to make sure that you're prepared for the university program and you do well as providing those skills, which I've mentioned already. Also, I think coming as an INTO student, you are part of an international community already. So you're being looked after by a specialist team at INTO who have a lot of experience looking after international students, but also you are in a similar situation to a lot of other INTO students, well, actually all INTO students. So for many students, they're coming from all around the world. They're coming, by themselves. English probably is not going to be their first language. They're not going to have most time friends or family here. So it's a great way to make friends and form a community with people in the same situation as you within kind of a very safe environment. And I think the final point is that most INTO students stay in INTO accommodation, which is called Juilliard, which is about a 10 or 15-minute walk from the main campus. It is part of the university campus still. And by living in INTO accommodation, they form a community with other international students. They get extra welfare and support, and it's a very good start for an international student. And that's what I think the main differences are for INTO students from direct entry students.
Yes, it's almost like an equalizer. It puts all international students sort of on par with students, domestic students who gotten to know the lingo, the banter, the how to navigate themselves academically. So a great equalizer, I think. Awesome. Thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you so much for this presentation. And thank you for telling us a little bit more about INTO Exeter. Really, really appreciate you joining us. And we'll definitely be in touch. All those listening, please pop us an email. We would love to lodge your applications for you and help you through the process. We'll be speaking directly with Joshua and other members of our INTO team to make sure that your applications are top-notch and ready for submission. So again, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Joshua, and have a wonderful day further.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.